It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys.
By the way, they're rebooting Frasier.
Yeah, Paramount Plus. What are they calling it? I guess
Dude, we're gonna get Frasier without Martin or Eddie. What's the
right,
point?
and that's my thing. Like that's what Jasmine and I were talking about this. I'm like, I'm sorry if Martin and Eddie aren't in it. I don't want to watch it.
Also, I just don't know if they're gonna have
Also,
chemistry anymore. I mean, they had great chemistry when the show was on. Like,
right, but also here's the other thing. Didn't Christopher Lloyd write this part of like a good chunk of the show?
is he dead?
Let me say no. Christopher Lloyd is not dead. Don't put that out there.
He's getting there.
How was he not? He was like so old.
I was right, Christopher Lloyd.
You're right that he's not dead. Awesome.
But yeah, he's not dead, but he also did a good amount of the writing.
He's awesome.
Also, I'm of the mentality that, I mean, Frasier ran from 1993 to what, 2003? Or it has, look, I'm looking at it right now, 264 episodes, 11 seasons. I really don't think I really don't. It's just one of the, it doesn't need to, we don't need this.
Going to Chicago because the last girl that he unsuccessfully dated was moving there, and hey, maybe he can make it work this time.
Right. And now one of the things...
Is he going to have a radio show? Is he going to have a podcast? Like, I mean, I don't want to see Kelsey Grammer.
Right. Also, like, I mean, are they going to have Niles and Daphne still together kind of thing? Like, it's been a lot of...
going to be in it?
I don't know. Wait.
Frasier's his first name?
Yeah, Frasier Crane.
I thought his last name was Frasier.
I could see how you would think that.
Also, Brendan Fraser was big at the time.
It's really just one of those things that, I mean, the show is so good as it is.
Even rewatching it, you know?
I don't think we should do...
That's the thing, is... It was
Jesus, the show went until 2004.
Jesus Christ. It was so good that even if they do it as great as they fucking can, it still won't be as good. Simply because one of the best parts was, and John?
Martin was the best thing about that.
I the actual actor's name, and I feel like I should. Martin or John something, I think.
Hold on, I'm on the Wikipedia.
He was one of the best.
John Mahoney.
Mahoney, that's what it was. And
God, he was just so great.
Was fucking amazing. Don't get me wrong, yeah, he was hilarious, but like he brought a lot of fucking heart to that show.
He was from England.
What?
Yeah.
He was a
also he's in Moonstruck.
Also, he's in one episode of Burn Notice.
What episode of Burn Notice?
It was a season.
Holy shit. Nope. He was in multiple episodes. He was one of the main dudes that was trying to get Michael Weston to join them after being burned.
So it was a season finale. Michael gets picked up in the helicopter, and Mahoney's like, "Who do you think's been protecting you?"
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I love that show.
It's a good show. If for no other reason than, like, I feel like it unfortunately is one of the things that made Bruce Campbell...
He was also in Crunk's New Groove.
All right, I love him even more now. Dude, you know what show I watched because I got the Stars app?
He was also in it. He was in Atlantis. The Lost Empire. He also... John Mahoney. No, John Mahoney, who played his dad.
Was he in the movie Atlantis or the show Atlantis?
He was in. He was in the movie, the video game, and in Milo's Return.
Whoa, he was in the trilogy?
How was
Yeah.
Who did he play in those?
He played Preston B. Whitmore.
The fuck
Was that
is
the guy
Preston B?
originally sent him on the quest? Because I feel like that's who it would be.
No.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is that guy.
Okay. Why did you share the picture of Elijah Wood in that creepy new movie he's in?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is him.
That's me making sure the kids aren't fucking trying to come in my room again. I've had all 3 of the kids come in my room. I'm not supposed to be babysitting tonight.
Don't go in my room. So a topic was brought up today at work. The conversation was this. We got into the idea talking about like, it kind of, it spun off into this. We were talking about how ridiculous people can be as far as like I was around a group of people for a wedding this weekend in Houston. And Jasmine and I, her little brother, and then another family friend of ours, we were the only ones wearing a mask consistently throughout the entire wedding. And by that, I mean reception included.
People.
Now, Jasmine and I have already had COVID.
Well,
I have been fully vaccinated at this
how many
point.
people were at the wedding?
Mm,
Remember, like
I'm amazed that it was allowed to happen.
you know,
I'm gonna say 80. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a bit conservative. I'm gonna say about 80.
Well, what about a buffing though?
80 people hanging out, not wearing masks.
Oh, the whole time.
That's a super spreader event.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely a super spreader event. And it's all with people. It was other than the person's family, the girl's family. Everybody on the guy's side, they all go to church together, and
Wait,
they're all hanging out together anyways.
there's 40 people who are going to church together, which means they're potentially around over 100 people who I'm assuming aren't wearing masks.
Right. Now, you don't, yeah, we know the logistics of this, but I'm kind of framing it up a little bit.
Yep.
Most of the people at this wedding were people that I knew from church, and I can say that Mark knew as well.
That's what?
So anyways, I was talking about how annoyed I was that so anyways, I had several people come up to me that wanted to do like, oh, Brandon, it's Jasmine, it's so great to see you guys, and like go in for hugs, go in for handshakes and stuff. And I am like, I don't want to be totally like, I don't want to like offend them or be rude, but at the same time, we're in a global pandemic. There is some personal responsibility that I would like to take.
Almost like we're in the country doing the worst.
Right. And I'm just like fist bump, like put up my fist kind of deal. Like,
I would give him the elbow.
Right. But at the same time, I usually like doing the elbow, but at the same time, I was like, the elbow is going to be too much of a stretch for these people. I'm
saying
gonna...
you're doing good. And
right. And of course, after every fist pump, Jasmine's standing right there with me and like, hand sanitizer. I'm like, hand sanitizer. Thank you. I legitimately I got some responses from people that they were legitimately like, oh, okay, you're like this then. Like, just like, excuse me? Because, and I did have somebody legitimately come to me like at some point during the reception, and they were talking to me and they're like, hey, like, why are you being so cautious? Like, I thought you've been vaccinated. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. But let me tell you something, man. The thing that I've learned about in this last year of living is there are no guarantees in life. And I would like to keep people as safe as possible. And, I would like the same courtesy.
Hospital. I mean, like,
Oh,
yeah.
right. And that's the other thing. And I was like, also, I work in a hospital. And he's like, oh, that's right. You do work in a hospital. And I'm like, yeah, I do. But so anyways, it was kind of a conversation that we were talking about that. And there are other people that I just wanted to punch full on in the face. We were talking about the idea of, like, my boss brought up to me, he's like, have you ever thought about
Fuck.
the
Just killing
person
him?
who runs QAnon? And I'm like, yeah, I've thought about it. And he's like, I'm not talking about the guy who currently runs it, or the one who did run it. I don't know who runs it now or what's going on because, fuck QAnon. But it was some dude who worked at like Citibank or something, just some like bank teller or something who was running it and like putting all these stories together on the site or like the newsletter or whatever was going out.
Bank teller.
Yes. Yeah. It was a bank teller. But I don't think we were talking about, I don't think that person is who originally started it. I think it passed hands at some point and somebody, because QAnon essentially works in a way that somebody like it's a curation of conspiracy theories.
Exactly.
And so go ahead.
Like literally it was, hey guys, let's get together and just like talk about these crazy, like, hey, we all think that someone's hiding something. Let's talk about it. And then the looniest one was like, yes, let's do that. And then eventually it was like, now I run this shit and we're going to make our fun.
Right.
Make these conspiracy theories,
Whether they believe in them or not, like there is something very dangerous about, it's how we got to where we're in the dystopian insanity that is the world right now. Well, one of the consequences that has come up.
Yeah.
But so anyways, and we were talking about like, the question was brought to my attention is like, do you think the person that started this realized what was going to happen?
What do you mean
And
by, you mean QAnon?
right, of
Okay.
QAnon, do you think the person who started QAnon started it with the intention that they did, and this is what happened? And I went to answer, like, like I wanted to, like, they were like, do you think this person created QAnon, thought it was going to blow up into the entity that it is now and end up leading into you have a cult following, not like a cult following, like a man, like this movie sure doesn't get talked about the way that it should. And I love it. And I'm going to get friends together and we're going to watch this movie and we're going to dress up. It's more in the sense of like cult of personality, like a religion almost, like full on cult.
Go to a pizza place, say, I would like one slice of cheese pizza, and that meant you were ordering a child.
Right.
The person that started it thought that was what was going to happen.
Right. So, and this is the thing that this person asked this question, and then all of a sudden I was faced with a very scary, dark reality of, Mark, you can't tell lies anymore.
Oh, interesting.
Why?
Because I don't want one of your lies to spin out of control to where we end up looking like because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, Mark has literally told a lie just to fuck with somebody. And then for months, they stewed on it and still couldn't get over it, and then came back to you and were like, hey, so you remember you're from Little Winjing, and you're like, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. I did do this thing. And then you like two-stepped your way back into the lie again. Like nothing happened. It took you like all of a second to like, what the fuck's going on? I don't care. I'm going to continue. And
can't anymore because
I am legitimately concerned that one of these days because we bring up hypothetical situations and we like to fuck with one another. Sometimes we like to fuck with one another to where I would almost say that if one of these days a psychologist is going to look at this and go, these people are abusive to one another. And that very well may be true. But at the same time, I don't want to be sitting at home one day and then I turn on the news and then all of a sudden they're like, so this new group that believes that this and this, and I'm just like, oh no.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, that started with us. Oh no, I didn't. And like, because here's the other thing. We were talking, we were like, well, if that person who started QAnon is still around, do they say something? And my answer to that was, no, you can't. If it started off as a lie or even like a hypothetical thing, something that was kind of fun, we were just kind of like, well, this is a crazy theory, well, let's just explore into that. Like, let's ask hypothetically, what if the president's a lizard? And then you just kind of go up there. And then you're just like, into my mindset, I'm just kind of like, we're essentially running through a forest and we're just we're playing with fucking matches or whatnot. And we're just kind of like, look at this cute little fire that we just made as we throw it into the brush. And we're like, go about our business like nothing. And then all of a sudden you turn on the news and you're like, huh,
I just set all of
turns out
Oregon
the
on
whole
fire.
all of Oregon is on fire. Do I say, and the answer, and one of the things that I came to the realization that if that look, guys, I'm saying this right now. If this happens to us, it's not a matter of like, hey man, you shut your fucking mouth. You don't say anything, pinky swear. We're all slicing our hands open. We are taking a blood pact and we're giving each other blackmail on one another. So if one rats out the other, we all go down. Like
But no, here's my question is, what the fuck have we ever come even remotely close to saying that could do this?
No,
I have a hypothetical.
Okay.
That actually falls in perfectly to this. So guys, you know how because of COVID, there's actually like a lot of like anti-Asian sentiment and like Asian people getting attacked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark, you're going to get killed.
Oh, no.
There you go, bro.
Oh, no.
Fuck. Well, I guess every episode I'm going to have to start off by saying, hey, Key, my favorite Mexican friend.
We're not racist.
Yes, sirree, Bob. My very good friend Key, the Mexican, not Asian man.
Hola, senor. How
Hola,
are you?
mi amigo. Tu eres bueno.
So how these fucking psychos work.
And so, yes, Mark, have we personally told something that has gotten away from us? No, we haven't yet. And
Valid point. Okay, so I'm going to come clean about a lot of stuff real quick, guys. Never met Christian Bale. Brandon's penis isn't that big.
Are you serious?
I don't even work for Discover. I actually live in a cave.
Mark.
See, you're lying about
Mark.
Yeah.
You're fucking lying about shit, you fucker.
Okay, fine.
You
All
could potentially win me over still with the Christian Bale thing, because I still have been convinced that you actually just went up to somebody that you thought looked like Christian Bale.
I'm
Well, that
pretty
makes
sure it
me-
was Christian Bale, but look,
I
that's just a theory.
It is just a theory, but I do like the idea of this person who's like, fuck, I swear to God, if one more kid comes up to me and thinks I'm Christian Bale, I'm just going to tell them to go fuck themselves. And he's with his family at Disney. It's supposed
In
to
a
be like a
fucking
really...
wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair.
I don't care, because he threw it out there. He's like, one more. And he sees this little kid like rolling up to him.
I'm gonna fucking ruin this little douchebag's
And
life.
he's just like, don't fucking say it. Don't you fucking say it. Hey, man, I really liked... Go fuck yourself, kid.
Yeah, that never actually happened.
Are you serious?
I don't know, but I don't even know anymore.
No, like, this isn't a conversation of like Mark.
We tell Mark to stop lying, and his
You're
response,
coming clean right now.
mother. Oh, and also, Mark is not the person to ask about this.
No, Mark is the person to ask about this.
Brandon, I met
Yes.
Christian Bale at Disneyland. That
I
did
don't
happen.
now I don't believe you.
And to our listeners at home, Brandon really does have a 13-inch cock.
Why are you doing this?
You said you wanted me to start coming clean.
I said I wanted you to start being honest. I don't care if
Oh.
you come clean or not.
No, usually it's pretty chunky.
Yeah.
Ew. Can you imagine chunky cum?
Yeah, I actually could.
He's the last member of the DK crew. It's chunky cum. CK. Chunky cum. I'm sorry, that was the dumbest thing I've ever said, and I love it.
Nope. I'll tell you, I don't think that was the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Oh man, that's a long list.
No, God damn it, what was I going to say?
Lies.
You said you don't
QAnon.
care if I come clean.
Oh, yeah,
Ew.
no. I mean, Mark,
Yeah.
you've had like residue, right? From your sploosh.
I'm sorry, what?
Where are you going, bro?
Mark brought up an interesting topic, and I wanted to explore it because this was
Which is?
something that I have actually heard before.
Chunky cum.
Oh, you're sick. And I don't
Where
mean
the
like, and I don't mean like you are demented. I mean like if you have chunky cum, you have an illness.
Yeah, I wrote a
Oh,
song
yeah.
to go with it too.
Gross. Please tell me you didn't.
See,
Is it a goddamn
chunky cum?
Ugh.
He's the last member of the DK crew.
I just made a Reddit so I could go on to Reddit. And literally one of the first things that I come across, like I'm on one of those shit post pages.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I come across, they're like, hey, have you guys ever come so much and it was cold enough that your semen ended up getting like egg noodles? And I'm like, you
God. Were you in like a
excuse
Reddit
me?
for Alaska? Jesus.
Maybe.
That can't be possible. Like how long did they leave their jizz sitting out?
I don't know.
Clean it up
But
like a gentleman.
and then somebody was like, what do you mean egg noodles? And they posted up a picture of the
We need this picture.
not of the sploosh, but of the
Of egg noodles?
slightly like transparent noodles.
Oh, the rice noodles?
I think so. Maybe they
Yeah.
are the rice noodles that are slightly like they're
Yeah, the
a
ones
little
that are
bit.
yeah, they're just like
Ones that look
clear.
like tapeworms?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to eat those now.
Yeah, you shouldn't. They look like tapeworms.
Mm.
Yeah, egg noodles are just regular noodles, but
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
okay, so actually since we're on the ball with some hypotheticals today, I have a question, a favor to ask, if you will.
Really scared about
I'm already
raising
worried.
since people are on the balls.
Hey-o!
Oh,
So when I inevitably die before any of the guys,
I find that adorable that you think you're gonna die before me.
Oh,
I
come
would
on.
ask that I ask that
You
when you
clearly
guys
will.
bury me, will you do it?
I find it adorable you think we're going to be there for the funeral.
I think it's adorable. You think we're gonna bury you?
For the sake of this hypothetical, let's say y'all are good friends.
Oh, okay.
When you bury me, will you put you fuck? Will you bury
Oh,
me
I
with
think I know where
sock
you're going.
puppets? Bury me with sock puppets
Oh.
on my hands.
Just on your hands?
Just on my hands. Because in the inevitability when the zombie apocalypse starts,
Well
I am
done,
going
sir.
Well done.
I am going to be the coolest fucking zombie coming up out of the ground.
I am so proud of you for this.
Thank you. So 2 different reactions. I told that to my sister today. Her response was, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why is your brain like that?"
Are you kidding me? That's brilliant. Well,
I
except
agree.
it's not because you didn't think about it.
I want to be dressed up in a God dang it, like
I just want an I'm a stupid t-shirt.
I
I'm a
want to
zombie?
be dressed up in a like a taekwondo
A
outfit.
gi?
Yeah. I essentially want y'all to dress me up like Hong Kong Fooey. And so when I come up out of the grave, there's just this weird old dead white dude who's just walking around and looks like Hong Kong
I love
Fooey.
that you're assuming you'll be old.
Well, no, because I mean, I'll look old no matter what. Because I mean, maggots will be face fucking me. But
That's true.
God damn.
I just want when Brandon's eventually buried to eventually dig him up and rebury him with Mark face down in his genitals.
What makes you think I'm not going to kill myself the second I find out he's died?
that's why we're
No,
not going to
we're
tell you.
clearly assuming that you've already died.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey guys, if you just can't get enough of Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SR Sleepy Boys. Or you can check out our YouTube channel, Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys. You can also find us on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor, Breaker Radio, and coming soon, Apple Podcasts.